Atlan is an active metadata platform that helps data teams manage, discover, understand, and collaborate on their data products. And in this video, I'm going to explain the differences, similarities, and overlaps when it comes to data governance and data management. Stay with us to the end of this video to gain more clarity on the two concepts, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. All right, let's dive in. Hi, everyone. Really excited to talk about two important topics in data and analytics right now: data management and data governance. Are they one and the same? Are they different? Do they complement each other? We're going to dive into that all today. Hi, everyone. I'm Austin Kronz, Director of Data Strategy here at Atlan. Atlan is an active metadata platform that helps data teams manage, discover, understand, and collaborate on their data products. And in this video, I'm going to explain the differences, similarities, and overlaps when it comes to data governance and data management. So, what is data governance? Right? Data governance seems to mean different things to different people depending on their role, what organization they're a part of, what industry they're in. I think we could generally describe data governance or define data governance as a holistic set of frameworks and set of practices that organizations can employ to effectively manage and utilize their data assets. So data governance could involve, clear guidelines, efficient processes, access policies to ensure that data is accurate, consistent, secure, and ultimately provides value to the decision makers that are asking for the data. In the modern data stack, more so than ever, governance also can extend into operational efficiency and even cost optimization related to your data pipelines. So, then what is data management? Data management is the technical side of things where we're actually concerned about how data is collected, how is it organized, how do we store it, how do we make it ready for analysis and actually utilize it in our downstream tools for analytics, data science, what have you. By effectively managing data, organizations are able to unlock the potential of both their internal data, any type of third-party data assets that they may be utilizing to ultimately drive better decisions within their organization. So, in a nutshell, it's that technical component of actually building the data pipeline to most effectively utilize the data that an organization needs. Both data governance and data management are crucial to any data and analytics strategy. In fact, you really can't have one without the other. So let's double click into each of these concepts and see what are the nuances between the people, the process, and technology involved in both data management and data governance. So let's start with processes. Data governance, I would say, dictates how organizations can use data in a safe and effective way. So that can involve how do we set up data quality checks? How do we define our access policies to the actual data itself? How do we comply with regulatory standards or any type of global, local standards that need to be followed? How do we maintain a glossary or set up a data catalog so people can effectively search for the data that they need? Data management is more about how organizations, specifically the data and analytics team, are actually designing those data pipelines, right? So if we're given a use case from the business, what are the steps that we are taking to then move data from source systems? How are we storing it? Is it in a warehouse? Do we have a data lake architecture, a lake house architecture? What analytical tools will that then end up in? How do we transform the data appropriately for data science versus a BI use case versus self-service, somewhere in between, right? Ultimately, it's about giving the end user or the analyst or the data scientist, whoever might be interacting with the data, the most effective pipeline to then derive insights that can drive those business decisions. Now, let's talk about one of the most important pieces of both of these concepts: the people. Now, depending on the size of your organization, the size of your data and analytics group, this may be the same person wearing multiple hats, or it may be a completely dedicated team for data governance and data management. In data governance, I would say this typically requires a lot of collaboration between both technical and business stakeholders. You're going to be hearing things like data stewardship models. It's all about data domain ownership and ultimately just collaborating with a much larger stakeholder group to get both the technical context and the business context of how data needs to be used. Now, on the other hand, data management is more about the execution, right? These are the classic, let's build it, get it done kind of roles. Things are going to come to mind like data engineers, analysts, analytics engineers, anything that's involved with creating the actual data and analytics insights. So, data scientists, citizen data scientists, architects, right? All of these roles are more technical in nature, tend to become part of the data management workflow. I cannot stress enough that these people need to work in concert with one another because that ultimately is how you can have effectively governed data management. So, last but not least, we have technology. In data governance, technology could be data catalogs, usually combined with things like data dictionaries or business glossaries. Also, things like data quality tools, data observability, anything that involves monitoring the entire data and analytics pipeline, making the data and analytics environment more accessible to different types of users. All of this is involved in data governance. Meanwhile, on the data management side, it's all about how the data flows. Again, your data pipeline, if we think about it from your source systems through your ETL, ELT tools, into some type of data storage. So, what data lake or warehouse, or what type of processing are you using? How are you orchestrating that pipeline? And then all the way downstream into analytics tools, BI tools, your data science and machine learning tools. All of this is involved in the data management technology. Now, again, you're going to hear me say this so many times throughout this video, but these things do not live independently of one another. In the modern data stack, typically all of these sources, whether it's data governance technologies that I mentioned or the data management tools, should be working in concert with one another to seamlessly govern each phase of the data management architecture. All right. So you may be asking, or at least I hope you're asking, how do data governance and data management fit together? So let's take a look at how this manifests itself in real data and analytics examples. Think of regulatory compliance, right? A GDPR use case. Data management and data governance are involved throughout the entire process. We still need to move data, whether it's sensitive information or PII. We may want to analyze that data, but our governance now gets involved in the data management process by saying, well, who can see that data? Should we be masking that information? How is it accessed? Who accessed it and when? All of these elements of interacting with the data management environment, but also complying with our data governance policies and practices are crucial to fulfilling any type of regulatory use case. Another use case might be data discovery, right? We have a new use case. The business now has a need to find some data, analyze it, ultimately maybe change some process or drive a decision. A lot of organizations are moving towards a self-service model. So how do we do that in a effective way that balances both control with agility? Well, this is the intersection of data governance and data management. Right? Data governance may emphasize well-defined data assets, clearly defined descriptions and ownership. Ultimately, it's where data cataloging comes into play. We need to have an environment where both data producers and data consumers can come agree upon the trustworthiness of the data, who else is utilizing the data, when's the last time this data was refreshed, all of the information that makes a good data product, but ultimately allows a end user, analyst, data scientist, business user to come in and interact with that data management environment to find the data assets that they need for their use case. It's still about who can access the data, but what are the descriptions of the data asset? What is the sensitivity level? What is the certification? Is this gold, silver, bronze type data asset? Who else is utilizing this data? What's the lineage of the data? Can I trust where it comes from? Can I see where it is utilized downstream? Ultimately, that intersection of data producer and data consumer is where we can actually achieve that balance when it comes to self-service or data discovery between control and agility. Right? We don't want to slow the end user down, but at the same time, we need to have some idea of where this data is being utilized, how it's being used, and the state that the data is in from an accuracy, quality type of standpoint. So we've talked a bit about data governance. We've talked about data management. What's the bottom line? Well, the big takeaway you should have from this video is that the two of these concepts need to live together. Both data governance is intertwined with data management as much as data management should be intertwined with your data governance strategy. And if you're looking for a best in class data governance solution for your organization to complement the people and processes that you're now going to work on for data governance and data management, be sure to check out Atlan. There will be a link to our guided product tour in the description below for you to check out. And that's all for this video on data governance and data management. Stay tuned though for more data and analytics videos from myself and the Atlan team in the future. Thanks again for watching. If you found this video helpful, smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And if you really want to stay on top of all of our essential info bites like the video we gave today, be sure to click the bell icon to turn on your notifications for the channel. I'll see you soon. Thanks everyone.